Well, I think my experience in the conference and dealing with student athletes that compete at the highest level, championship level, I think we all know what Eau Claire, both in the basketball family and the academic arena, stand for. And I think that's definitely one of the things, and the fact that I've had to do it at a couple different places already. Turning two programs around, both with storied pasts, then taking over one as a head coach that's always been has a very good tradition in Edgewood College. Has been some different challenges, but I think those two things maybe set me apart a little bit, from a group of coaches that are all very good, and it's going to be tough competition for sure. And then Eau Claire, has been, since I've been in the state for 12 years, it's one of those places that you kind of know that it's special. And in going through this process, I know a lot of people from Eau Claire and former basketball players that I didn't even know, have come out of the woodwork and all have said it's a special place, and family is important to me, and every one of them, to the letter, would love to raise their families here if they're not already doing so. So, me being a family man with a great wife who's very supportive and two young kids that have only missed 3 games in 3 years, it really is. It's just a total package. Let me start with the differences first. I think one of the things is obviously Bo Ryan has done a great job at UW, and I'm scratching for second-page news there. And I tell Bo a number of times, Coach, I said, if you'd lose some games, it sure would make it easier for me because we're winning, but so are you. So, and that was one of the things I loved about Platteville. My wife didn't like it so much because I couldn't go to the grocery store and get back quickly. But I said there's too many people to talk to basketball with. So, that's been a difference. The transition, moving from the WIAC and someplace with a storied history to Madison, where there's a great people and we love it there. But Edgewood College basketball isn't the most important thing to most of them. That's probably the biggest difference I've seen as a coach. We're still able to get great kids and compete, for conference championships. One of the things that I thought, and there's a lot of things actually that have come out, some of the majors that we have, nursing is the #1 thing at Edgewood College, business is important at Edgewood College, education, a lot of those fine academic programs we have here at UW-Eau Claire are very similar. Our student ratio is the same down there. And while our academic standards aren't quite as high, we actually have to recruit to financial aid standards. So students that aren't above a 3.5 and what your academic standards are, in my school, they're not going to be able to come, not because they can't get in, but most likely because they're not able to. It's more special here because it's not just men's basketball. And that's very important to me. I like the fact that I saw, on one of the newspapers this morning, there was a volleyball player. Now, she was from Stout, but it was impressive to me to know that you're covering all sports. Down at Platteville, we had some great track and cross country. Dan Schwamberger was down there, and Schwami did a great job with Jim Nickash, and they didn't get the coverage that we got and that they deserved. Those kids were All-Americans left and right. And that's what I'm excited about up here, is not only do you cover our program, because I really think that that's a great opportunity for us to get the word out about the special things we're doing in the gym. But also it's a chance for everyone to get the word out and be supportive of each other's programs. And I love the fact that it's not men's basketball that's #1 here necessarily. It's UW-Eau Claire athletics. Has high morals and really believes that I'm a role model first. I'm a coach second, and a person right in there with coaching. I think these guys need to see more than just X's and O's. I really believe, and it's the reason I came to college from high school, is I want to spend more time with these guys so that 40 years down the road, they're successful. They're good husbands, they're good parents, they're highly successful professionals, and somebody with a lot of energy and really just cares about people, with their family. And I bring my family into it a lot. I say, there's nights I want to go to bed, but I know I need to unload the dishwasher, maybe, or right now, do the bottles. Or the cups, because I don't want my wife to have to get up and do them in the morning when she's doing so many other things in her life. I think that's something, and I know that because even though it's only been 12 years, I've really enjoyed, and my wife and I both really enjoyed having some of our student athletes over to our house, stay in touch with them. The social media is great now, Facebook and those former players and things like that. I'm always excited when to see those kids, and that's You know, it's the big time. It really is. The WIAC, if you're competing for conference championships, you're competing for national championships. And at the same time, I think Eau Claire even has more because it's better academically. The community support, like we talked about, that we had at Platteville that we don't get because of the Badgers doing so well and Coach Ryan doing such a great job in Madison, is something that I really liked about Platteville. I liked being able to go to the grocery store and spend 45 minutes talking to people about our team, promoting our team, promoting our other team.